Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of the second reproduction. So, last episode we found out that our little princess is actually pregnant with Gardis' baby. We are so close to the ending, I could feel it. Let's just continue forwards. He gently wrapped his arms around me and pulled me in for a kiss. How I wish that time could just freeze forever at that one moment. But alas, such a thing could never happen. Resisting the urge to follow after him, I whispered words of luck into his ear. Gardis had a confident look on his face, and whispered back to me, "Your prayers are far better than the blessings of the lunar goddess." Aww! With a swish of his long sleeves, he turned away from me and vanished through the door. "I'm sorry, Gardis." I muttered that to myself, finally alone. Uh-oh, she's gonna charge right into battle, even though he said not to. I'll leave the letter for him right here. The curtains of the night had begun to fall. I gazed out of the window, facing the south, thinking of how the sun god was going to sleep soon, and the lunar goddess was to take his place. The demons. The night was the time when they gained courage. To the humans, this was the time of the demons. The humans had waged war against the demons, blindly placing faith in their own sense of justice. What truth would they see before their eyes tonight, I wonder? No, I won't let them have it! If my plan to create a world where humans and demons coexisted were to come true, then I would have to sacrifice the humans' truth. I couldn't let them have a world with only themselves in it. I grasped my fist against my chest and stared out towards the land where Gardis was fighting. The battle was inevitable. The Alliance army would soon clash against the army of Deathride, and then... Gardis! As I closed my eyes, the image of the man I loved appeared in my mind's eye. With a deep breath, I threw away the last of my hesitation and turned around. "Where are you going, princess?" Lezette! I'm just going for a walk. I need to calm down, you see. You're trying to get to Glades, aren't you? Eh? How long have we known each other again? Of course I know what you're trying to do. Can I ask you to overlook this? Please return to your room, princess. You shouldn't go out for the sake of our majesty as well as yourself. Mother would. I was talking about King Gardis. Why are you surprised? It's only natural that his words shook me. I had been planning to let Lezette return to our kingdom someday, but his words now meant... He sees Gardis as his ruler now, not my mother. So you're saying you've abandoned our country? I'm your knight, princess. I am loyal to you and you alone. So if your kingdom is Deathride's, then so is mine. Lezette. I'm sorry, but don't say anything more, princess. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My greatest joy in this world is to be by your side, always protecting you. Which is why I can't just stand here and let you leave. Even if I beg? Lezette, please! I have the strength to protect him. I'll never forgive myself if I just sit here and let him die. I'd become a living corpse. My duty as a knight is to protect the princess, so your safety is my highest priority. Unless, of course, you order me to do otherwise. Then I won't have a choice, will I? In Lezette's mind, he can't disobey the will of the king, but if I were to order him otherwise, he'd have no choice but to do as I say. It wasn't because he was afraid of Gardis, he just wanted me to know that they were all worrying about me, and that I shouldn't keep acting so rashly. Then, I'll order you. I'm going to Glades and you're going to follow me. Understood. I'm so lucky to have such a loyal knight, and a kind friend, too. At what could possibly be the most important moment of my life, those thoughts fluttered into my head. Please be okay, Gardis! The sky was dyed a dark vermilion, creating an ominous atmosphere utterly different to the usual sunset. I bit my lower lip watching the sky up above as we galloped along to glades. Our surroundings were dim, as if swallowed up by a curtain of darkness. The only light came from the southern sky, which shone brightly as if on fire. A while had passed since we first heard the ground rumble with war, so by now it should be clear which side was winning. Princess, we could get to the shore through this road. Okay! I charged straight down the road, urging the horse to go as fast as it could. Once we went down a slight slope, the scene before us suddenly came into view. Christina! Gardis? I'm so glad you're all right! Right in front of us was Deathride's battlefield headquarters. Gardis was so shocked to see me that he fell into his chair, unsure what to do. As he slowly stood back up, I suddenly recognized some of the men sat beside him. I haven't seen you in a while, Your Majesty, the King of Roland, or you, Chancellor. FedEx, the King of... Whoops. Sorry. Oh my, if it isn't our very own Goddess of Victory. Oh, no, she's our Goddess of Fortune. Isn't the battle already reaching its conclusion? Its conclusion? Yes, we've gained the upper hand just after the battle started, and we've successfully maintained it all the way through. With our three kingdoms combined, the enemy doesn't stand a chance. So that means, right now... The Alliance army has retreated for now, and is observing our movements. I wouldn't be surprised if they start proposing a peace talk, in all honesty. I see. By the way, Christina... His kind voice sounded somewhat unnatural, making my body freeze up. What is it? Excuse me. What do you mean, what is it? What on earth are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to stay at the castle? Now, Lord Gardis, she came because she was worried about you. What a lovely bride you have here. Never mind. You're already here, so just stay there and sit still. Gardis, do you still see me as a weak woman? No. I see you as my lover and the mother of our child, someone I need to protect. And not to mention, we're fighting against your mother, your old kingdom. It's not a battle you'll find easy. I know that! I'd be lying to say that such a concept doesn't upset me, but I've already decided to share your fate. For the sake of humanity, too. This isn't the time to worry about fighting my old kingdom, don't you agree? If we want to create a future where humans and demons can coexist, we have to keep surging forwards. If I, a champion, were to appear on the battlefield, then maybe my mother and her soldiers would understand our message. But... My lord! Aminan has proposed a negotiation. Here we go. However... What is it? Say it quickly. Yes, my lord. Queen Hilarious agreed to hold a negotiation under one condition, that we release the hostage Princess Christina. Uh-oh. What? How odd. What do you mean? The Queen knows you became Lord Gardis' consort through your own will. We discussed it in secret when she last visited my kingdom. How did she find out about that? She talked about a spy. She probably got most of her information from there. So, Hilarious must be planning on holding Christina hostage herself. Does she seriously think such a shallow tactic would work? Huh, she must underestimate me. Tell the Queen I'll release the princess at the time and place of our negotiation, okay? I doubt the other side wants to drag this battle out any longer. Even if they're unwilling to accept my answer, they'll still have no choice but to comply. Yes, my lord. Is something wrong? Mother has a terrifying amount of pride, so I can't help but worry about this. It's not like her to propose a negotiation that easily. I'm worried she's got something else up her sleeves. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Just stay close to me. Okay. But despite that, I still couldn't shake away my unease. I tightened my grip on my sword, looking out towards Almanen's warship. Christina! I haven't seen you in such a long time. Your safety relieves me more than anything. Yeah, bullshit! Mother! I was shocked. Mother had brought barely any soldiers with her to the shore. Regardless of our intentions, she was still in enemy territory. Having so few bodyguards put her at tremendous risk. Feeling more and more uneasy about this, I glanced suspiciously at my mother's sweet smile. I am truly thankful that you allowed my daughter to live, Demon Lord Gardis. And you accepted my proposal to negotiate too. It seems you're a man of both knowledge and kindness, despite what I've heard about you. The two rulers faced each other with relaxed expressions, yet their words dripped with a layer of ice. Indeed. I'm still quite naive compared to a ruler like you, Hilaris. I'm truly envious of that heart of steel you possess, ruthless enough to annihilate a whole kingdom. A whole kingdom? I couldn't understand what he meant, so I glanced up to him in confusion. For one instant, a flicker of hesitation passed over his cunning face, but he quickly fixed it with a relaxed smile. His tone of voice sounded no different to the confident air of a proud ruler, similar to what I'd heard back at the castle. You think so too, don't you, Chris? To me. Standing before the woman who killed every last person in Crofts is utterly terrifying, isn't it? My knees are even shaking. What? Gardis, what do you mean by... Huh. You didn't... why didn't you tell her yourself, Hilaris? Aren't you her mother? Oh, right, of course. You'd have to do it with human words, wouldn't you? I couldn't understand a word they were saying, but the horror on my mother's face took my breath away. It was the most human expression I'd seen from her in 18 years. Why are you so surprised? Did you think I was some kind of incompetent ruler who couldn't even find information like that? What you used originally belonged to my ancestors, remember? So it shouldn't be hard for you to work out how I found out. Surely you thought things would work out if you used it right. Shame it doesn't work on me. Are they talking about some kind of device? Gardis' words had a huge effect on the queen. Hilaris was biting her red lips in fury, glaring at him with pure anger. I cried out in confusion, feeling like I was the only one who couldn't follow the conversation. Gardis! What are you talking about? What do you mean by destroying Crofts? It's exactly as I said. Queen Hilaris destroyed Crofts through her own ambition, then pinned the blame on me. What? Still, Hilaris, you were careless in the end, weren't you? Someone survived who remembered your Mark of LeMay. Is that the bird he was talking about before? That can't be true! Mother's a devoted follower of LeMay. There's no way she'd do something so cruel to her fellow believers. No way! Huh? You're so naive, Christina. Mother? If you want your ambition to come true, then you have to make one or two little sacrifices. Isn't Crofts a small price to pay to annihilate all the demons? That silly little island kingdom and its uses after all. Or had its uses after all. Thanks to its destruction, I managed to become the leader of humanity. Now I just need to destroy Death Ride, and I'll have the whole world at my bidding. No! No, you're lying, aren't you? Please tell me you're lying, Mother. I can't believe you'd kill so many innocent lives for your own sake. It's not just my own sake. Demons are a vile race that need to be wiped out. There's no place for them in this world. No, you're wrong! Demons aren't evil! You remind me of my past self. I was so foolish back then. Eh? Dream while you can. I was just like you as a girl. Demons charm you with sweet words at first, but in the end, they'll just abandon you like a ragged cloth. Mother, you too? That was the first time I'd ever heard her mention it. No, I suspect no one had ever heard her talk about it until now. It was a past Hilarious had sealed away in her heart long ago, a past she wouldn't show anyone. I was too shocked to move, but Hilarious carried on regardless, narrowing her eyes as she spoke. Yes, me too, but one day he simply vanished. Such a foolish thing. It was only after he left that I realized my love was one-sided. I'd heard about demons coming from the world of darkness to prey on humans and have a good time. But Gardis was nothing like them. Just like there were good humans and bad humans, there were good demons and bad demons. No race was just one or the other. But Gardis is nothing like that. We love each other. Love? Love, you say? Mother? Wake up, you blind idiot! Both your body and your heart has been tainted by demons. Please listen to me, Mother. Stay away from me, you disgusting girl. You're of no use to me anymore, so you might as well just die. Disgusting girl? I'd always been expecting Mother to say something like that to me deep down in my heart. But it still hurt more than I could ever imagine. Ever since I was a child, my mother's words had supported me. Why would I bother loving you if you can't even perform your easy-peasy role as a princess? The mother calling me disgusting and saying I was unfit to be a princess was the same mother who'd called me her pride and joy in the past. Your existence was only meaningful as a doll who killed demons. You didn't even ask any questions. The mother who gave me my first and most precious meaning in life. You're just useless trash now. The mother who always favored me. I believed in her kindness. So in other words, if you can't love them, you hate them instead. What did you say? Gardis broke his silence by standing up, laughing and sneering at Hilarious. So you threw all your anger at the world. My, an abandoned woman's hatred is such a handful. How selfish can you get? You bastard! You don't know anything about me! Indeed, I don't. I can't understand the feelings of an idiotic hypocrite who treats the girl she should have loved more than anyone like dirt, and frankly, I don't want to know. An idiotic? Did you just call me, the leader of the world, an idiotic hypocrite? I did. You're the biggest idiot I've ever met, and incurably foolish. You've earned my sympathy. You vile bastard! Mad with rage, Hilarious pulled out a dagger and pointed it at Gardis. The silver blade shone with an eerie light, reflecting the still flickering fires in the distance. Oh my, the idiot ruler who always kept her hands clean is threatening me with a knife. Go ahead. Do it. You're just a pitiful woman who can't do anything by herself. Don't you dare make a fool out of me! Damn! This is my job. There's no need for you to butt in. Christina. Blood trickled from the queen's body, flowing down my blade and covering my hands. That was it. Proof that it was I, and I alone, who ended her life. I couldn't tell if my tears were out of sorrow or regret, but I couldn't be angry anymore, and I simply wore a smile of self-mockery. Yes, this is how it should be. Huh? But, before I start crying, before I start getting real emotional, this is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next video after I am done being shook by what just happened. So,